How do you do? I'm very happy to have this personal visit with you. Won't you be seated, please?
This is the truth about wealth. It begins in the mind, not the bank. There is a lie the world repeats so often that it sounds like truth. A lie passed from generation to generation, whispered in homes, reinforced in schools, proven, so it seems, by empty pockets and full excuses. The lie says wealth is something outside of you, something you chase, something you inherit, something reserved for the lucky, the connected, the chosen few. But the truth, the dangerous, liberating, life-altering truth, is this: wealth never begins in the bank. It begins in the mind. And until it is born there, no amount of money will ever stay with you. You can hand a fortune to a person with a poor mindset, and time will quietly return them to poverty. History has proven this again and again. Lottery winners who lose everything. Athletes who earn millions and retire broke. Entrepreneurs who strike gold once and never again. Money came to them, but wealth never lived inside them. Because money without mindset is temporary. Wealth without discipline is fragile. And abundance without belief collapses under pressure. The mind is the soil. Money is the harvest. And barren soil cannot sustain a crop, no matter how much rain falls. Napoleon Hill uncovered this truth by studying men who did not merely earn money, but multiplied it. Men like Andrew Carnegie, who understood that wealth is a system of thinking before it is a system of earning. Carnegie knew that riches respond not to need, but to value, not to wishing, but to definite purpose, not to luck, but to controlled thought backed by persistent action. He built wealth because he built the mind capable of holding it. Most people never do. They focus on tactics before philosophy, hustle before clarity, income before identity. They ask, how do I make more money? Without ever asking, who must I become to deserve it? And so they chase endlessly, exhausting themselves, upgrading lifestyles faster than their discipline, spending before they stabilize, consuming before they create. The poverty mindset is not about income level. It exists at every rung of society. It is the habit of short-term thinking, the obsession with appearances, the addiction to instant gratification, the fear of delayed reward. It says, spend now, enjoy now, impress now, and in doing so, it mortgages the future. The wealthy mind thinks differently, not arrogantly, not greedily, but strategically. It understands cause and effect. It understands that money is a reflection, not a root. It sees finances as feedback, a report card on decisions, habits, and thinking patterns. It asks better questions. Instead of, how much does this cost? It asks, what does this build? Instead of, what can I buy? It asks, what can I create? Instead of, how do I look? It asks, how do I grow? Belief is the first gate. You cannot outperform your self-image. If you secretly believe wealth is dangerous, immoral, or unattainable, You will sabotage every opportunity that brings you closer to it. You will find reasons to delay. You will rationalize poor decisions. You will shrink goals to match comfort. The mind always moves you toward what feels familiar, even if what feels familiar is struggle. Edison failed thousands of times, but he never saw himself as a failure. Ford was ridiculed, but he never internalized doubt as truth. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination, yet he protected his vision like a fortress. Lincoln lost elections, businesses, and loved ones, but he never abandoned his belief in purpose. These men were not immune to fear, but fear never became their identity. Their belief was stronger than circumstance, and belief, sustained long enough, bends reality. Clarity follows belief. When you know what you stand for, you stop leaking energy. When you know what you are building, distractions lose power. The wealthy mind is not scattered. It is focused. It understands that saying yes to everything is saying no to mastery. It chooses a direction and walks it long enough to create momentum. It does not confuse opportunity with obligation. It knows that every yes costs time, and time is the most expensive currency. Vision stretches clarity forward. It allows you to endure what others cannot. It gives meaning to sacrifice. It turns discipline into devotion. Vision is what allows a person to live below their means without resentment, to invest without applause, to work without immediate reward. Vision keeps you steady when results are delayed. It whispers, "This is building something you cannot yet see." Purpose anchors vision. Purpose is not found, it is claimed. It is the decision to solve a problem, to serve at a higher level, to leave something better than you found it. Wealth flows toward purpose because purpose creates value, and value, consistently delivered, is always rewarded. Discipline is the bridge. Without it, belief fades, clarity blurs, vision weakens. Discipline trains the mind to act regardless of mood. It replaces impulse with intention. It turns daily actions into quiet investments. It is not dramatic, but it is unstoppable. And as these elements align, belief, clarity, vision, purpose, discipline, the mind begins to change. And when the mind changes, wealth no longer feels foreign. It starts to feel inevitable.